Good morning. It's Friday, April 11th. I'm Dan Katz.
And I'm Erin Meyer in for Beth Sweeney. Thanks for joining us.
Not quite as warm today with a chance of showers.
That's right. Here's Byron with a check of the forecast. Find out how the weather is going to affect your day if it hasn't already by watching on TV or downloading our mobile app. 14 News Sunrise at 6 starts now. Flooding, the main issue this morning with all the rain we've been seeing. Deanna Albritton is in Perry County on Interstate 64. She joins us now live with an update on some of the flooding problems there. One person is airlifted to an Evansville hospital after an ATV accident in Saline County, Illinois. That accident happened Sunday evening around 6:45 at the intersection of Wayne and Ritchie Roads near Harco. The sheriff's office says the ATV rolled off an embankment, causing the driver to fall near the roadway. The driver was flown to Deaconess with a head injury. There's no word right now on that driver's condition.
Yes.
And after soaking the tri-state now for a couple of days, really the rain finally moving out of here. Want to tell you though, Perry Central schools are on a 2-hour delay this morning. Pike County on a 1-hour delay because of the weather. A softball field will be dedicated in Evansville in memory of its chief supporter tomorrow. The Denny Lynn Field at Central High School will be dedicated at noon Saturday. Lynn passed away in January of 2013. Speakers from the EVSC Foundation, Atlas World Group, and the Lynn family will talk to the crowd before the Central Lady Bears varsity girls softball game. This event is open to the public. Reviews on the proposed learning standards set to replace the Common Core in Indiana's classrooms are mixed among education experts and officials. In March, Indiana became the first state to drop the Common Core national standards guiding student learning in each grade. The State Board of Education is racing to finish new guidelines to replace them by the end of June. Some praise the proposed new standards for clarity and depth of knowledge, while others say they're an incoherent jumble and a complete mess. A panel of education and business leaders will vote Monday on whether to send the standards to the State Board of Education for final approval or whether they should ditch them. Well, fundraising continues today for the American Red Cross Heroes campaign. Old National Bank and the American Red Cross, their employees, they're splitting lunch breaks again today trying to reach their goal. They want you to stop by and get in on the fun too. They're playing minute-to-win-it challenges, having free throw contests, playing air hockey, and holding raffles and bake sales at Old National Bank's Main Street location in the atrium there. The goal for this year's campaign is $200,000. The entire campaign culminates with the 9th annual Heroes Luncheon on May 15th. Crews remain on the scene of an overturned truck in Henderson that has shut down traffic. Deanna Albritton is live on Highway 41 North with an update. Good morning, Deanna. The witness reports on a deadly California bus crash are wrong. That's according to the National Transportation Safety Board. NTSB investigator Mark Rosekin says the FedEx truck that crossed the median and slammed into a tour bus Thursday night was not on fire as witnesses reported. Well, multiple fire crews have been on the scene this morning of a business fire in Vanderburgh County. Deanna Albritton is live on scene right now where that fire broke out at Quality Thermoplastic Resins just off North St. Joe. Deanna, what's going on there now? Hail was the big problem in Denton, Texas yesterday. Look at this. We're told a powerful storm brought hail as big as baseballs. It damaged cars in the campus parking lots at Texas Women's University and shattered skylights at a medical building nearby. Tornado warning sirens came then within an hour of the hail. Staff at TWU rushed students in dorms into basements and stairwells. They stayed there about 45 minutes until that warning ended. Just ahead, we're going to continue to track this weather. We've been seeing all of the rain now creating flooding problems around much of the tri-state this morning. It is, though, finally starting to move out of the way.
Finally, time 6:16. Let's take a look at this weekend in history. Well, if you want to get a mint julep at the Kentucky Derby, you better not spill it. At least this drink. It's pretty pricey.
Oh, yeah. At the regular concession stand, $8, but there's a very special one you can get for $1,000, $1,000.
Of course. Yeah.
The man arrested in a bomb hoax at the Boston Marathon finish line makes a court appearance. That's 25-year-old Kevin Edson in the blue prison jumpsuit in court for an arraignment. Edson is facing felony charges, including possession of a hoax explosive device and making a false bomb threat. He faces up to 20 years in state prison. Edson was arrested Tuesday night on Boylston Street near the race finish line. Police evacuated the area after 2 bags were found on the street. No explosives were found, but police say Edson's backpack contained a rice cooker. The city is on edge as the annual marathon approaches on Monday. Last year, twin blasts at the marathon finish line killed 3 people and injured hundreds of others. 1 year ago today, an explosion at a fertilizer plant in West Texas killed 15 people and injured 160 others. Coming up in the day ahead, officials will speak about the area's recovery from the
the accident over the past year. A moment of silence and observance ceremony will be held later this evening. Dozens of tri-state workers will soon be out of jobs now that a plant in Vanderburgh County is closing. 59 employees at Chesapeake Pharmaceuticals and Healthcare Packaging will be laid off by mid-June. Employees tell us they found out Tuesday that the plant, a printing facility for the company, is closing down. Chesapeake Pharmaceuticals says they regret having to shut down the plant in the Vanderburgh Industrial Park. That official closing date is between June 14th and June 27th.
Residents of Belleville, Ontario are bracing for more rising waters. The area, an hour-and-a-half drive east of Toronto, is under a state of emergency. At least one river, the Mora, is overflowing, affecting as many as 200 homes. Snow melt from the winter is to blame, and the hope now is that showers in the forecast will hold off. Still, the city's mayor says the waters are expected to rise again by nearly 2 inches in the next few days. Flood warnings are also in effect for the area's Salmon, Napanee, and Trent rivers.
And now we want to turn back to flooding problems around the tri-state, in Perry County in particular, where Deanna Albritton is on the scene of some major flooding there on Interstate 64. Deanna, just to clarify, eastbound lanes right there are open right now?
Yes, the eastbound lanes are open right now.
A 13-year-old Indiana boy dies after falling from the balcony of a Florida condo. Authorities say the boy and his grandmother were visiting Panama City Beach. They were checking out of a beachfront condo Saturday when the boy realized he left his phone in their unit on the 15th floor. He didn't return, and shortly afterward, his body was discovered. Police say there's no evidence of a crime, and they're waiting for the results of an autopsy. The boy's name has not yet been released. Police and emergency crews in Minnesota are investigating what caused a gas station awning to collapse this weekend. The canopy seemed to lean toward the building before collapsing. While the awning missed the gas station itself, authorities say the spur is closed for safety concerns. The awning's support pillar crushed a black SUV with one person inside. However, eyewitnesses say the passenger was able to avoid the beam by ducking down and received only minor injuries. Witnesses say the sound of the canopy falling was so loud it sounded like an explosion. The incident remains under investigation.
So hopefully some very good weather for anybody wanting to help with the war on hunger. Go to any Evansville Schnucks today. You will find volunteers shaking food cans instead of bells for the Salvation Army's war on hunger that we are proud to be teaming up with Deanna Albritton live at Sunrise to tell us how you can get involved and help. Good morning, Deanna.
The search for missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 continues in the southern Indian Ocean, the focus remaining on finding the plane's black boxes. 3 weeks after Washington State's catastrophic landslide, the Federal Emergency Management Agency continues to offer help for survivors of the disaster. FEMA agents have opened field offices to help victims learn what kind of aid is available. Benefits include temporary housing, assistance for small businesses, and counseling. FEMA says more than 400 people have registered for federal aid, with more than 150 of those visiting the help centers in person. The deadline to file your taxes getting very, very close, almost here. Deanna Albritton live at Sunrise with some tips for making sure your taxes are in on time. Good morning, Deanna.
Yeah, they had to get this thing on the elevators and reassemble it on top, but quite a project. But you know, that's get your attention up there. That Mustang. What a beautiful car. You guys ever owned a Mustang or been in a Mustang? Oh, no?
I scratched my prom date's Mustang.
Oh, lovely story there.
Sorry, Chris.
How long did the relationship last after that?
We were good friends, and it was okay. I think he forgave me.
I think that's a nice.
There's a new plan this morning for makeup days in Davis County. And at least 10 people are killed after a charter bus and FedEx truck collide in Northern California. 48 people were on board the bus, most high school students on their way to visit Humboldt State University. In Evansville, a federal judge rules in favor of a same-sex couple, recognizing their previous marriage in Massachusetts as a legal marriage here in Indiana.